Hello there and welcome to Autzen Stadium, respected and feared by all opponents. This might be, per capita, the loudest place in college football. Very tough environment for any visitor. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead. As we'll see a team that made use of a bye week, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Tigers will kick it away, start us off. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Guys up front, lined up. It's first down. They're going to run it. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. To throw, it's Childs. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
And this quarterback is a stud. I looked at him all week and thought he had a chance to light up the scoreboard. But if the defense can put that kind of pressure on him, that's how you slow him down today.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on 3rd down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game. And you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. On first down, it's play action. Fires it to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
This is why this Clemson offense is so tough to defend. You get caught up in the running game, the threat of the quarterback as a potential run threat. You leave yourself one-on-one, and then he can make these throws downfield to dynamic playmakers on the perimeter.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Makes the grab on the move. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Out of the gun now on third down. Back to the end zone. He could not get his foot down. It's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
So they're short on fourth down. Coach decides to try out the field goal team. So it'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark. Knocks that one right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Oregon offense retakes the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. The pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. Offense is back out there. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Looking to throw it on first down. It's a quick grab. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
They'll run it here. It's the running back with the ball. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Inside the 45. An explosive game, big play, moves the ball inside the 40.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Hudson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Hand off to the right side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. He's stopped, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness.
It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Look out, he's got some space. He's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers. And the interception taken to the house, a pick 6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And they finally get him down, but a huge gain to wrap up this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Clemson 10, Oregon 0.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
Boy, a great play here by a Clemson defender. It makes you think of all these great Clemson defenders they've had over the years, like the Fridge or Daquan Bowers, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, and, of course, most recently, Miles Murphy, who got drafted just a few years ago. Always great defensive lineman, allows this defense to be athletic. And with players like this, it's just a defense you do not want to face.
Quick completion to the tight end. And tackled there by the defense.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Receiver makes the grab. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. The Ducks looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on fourth down. What's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on fourth down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up second down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now the offense faces third and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? Receiver in motion now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Breaks loose at the 40.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Handoff in a single back formation.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. A quick throw out left, complete. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And the tackle is made. The defense saying, not this time. They got burned in the scramble last time. They bring him down pretty quickly here. Important second down play coming up. Off the RPO, caught to the right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense is trying to create some matchups to their advantage, but man, this defense is so athletic. Nowhere to go here after this catch.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the PAT puts them up 17 now. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
17, Oregon, 0.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play. A touchback would have been a better idea. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Caught quickly. Gets some space around the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. He started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws. Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new... To the air, it's Childs. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon. And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT makes it a 17-7 game. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. This offense has been clicking so far. They get aggressive, go for more before halftime. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry up. Looking to pass here on second down. Dump off caught by the running back. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
First down here for this offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Eludes the rush. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Catch is made. Room to run here. Tackle made after a big gain. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's moving out of the pocket now. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And while this is incomplete, we have a flag down on the field. Let's see what this is all about. The officials make the easy call. Quarterback was well past the line of scrimmage before throwing the ball. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So they have to come up with something here on third down after the incompletion. Looking to throw yet again. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Oh, and he makes the catch out of the 10. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. And the quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Comes back out on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Rifles this football to the left. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. See if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
So second down after the incompletion. Looking to pass. It's Childs. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And it's good for a first down with a 36. The Ducks come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. And it's incomplete even in a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he fires the football to the right side. It's caught downfield. Big play across midfield. Now they're threatening at the opponent's 38. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Quarterback making some changes at the line. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Finding some room at the 25. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
That huge play sets up a great opportunity. 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's got it near the end zone. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Chris, it just feels like the offense is almost teasing the defense with this play. As an offensive coordinator, quarterback, you're often looking for that soft spot in the zone. And here, they do a nice job of finding that hole for a nice gain.
That's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Well, they're getting closer, but they're obviously thinking that this is 4-down territory. At this point in the game, trailing the way they are, they've got to come up with a play to put this ball into the end zone.
They've been stopped on 3rd down twice in the red zone already. Can they find the end zone this time? Back to pass. It's Childs. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness.
Boy, that is a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd down and goal. But a good job by the defense to get there and knock it loose.
Big play for both teams. Can the offense punch it in? 4th and goal from the 2. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's hit just before the throw. The pass is incomplete. The defense holds on 4th down, and they'll take over.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
The secondary backed up off the ball now. Backed up at the 1. He's going to throw it. He's on the run. Launches deep. And the pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Ducks will kick this away to begin the second half. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. out onto the field. They get the second half started with their running play. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackle at the 26.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Makes the catch. It's Williams. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down. The Tigers will come to the line to run the hurry up. Needs a completion here on 4th down. That's caught. It's Moore. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Gutsy call to go for it, but it works. The quarterback and receiver are in sync, and you pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. When they don't block the defensive end, it shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's escaping the pocket now. And left with no option, just has to throw it away. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
We've just kind of gotten into the habit of seeing this offense just convert on these 3rd downs at a rare stop. That first half, they seem to score every possession. What decision do they make here on 4th down?
Offense is going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Looking for a deep completion. The ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Defense is coming after him. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Not much. The important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And the quarterback keeps it here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, the quarterback does does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He eludes the rush. Tries to get loose on the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. Interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. He slings this one deep down the left side. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Finally get him way down at the 2. Nice pitch and catch.
Oh, just short of the end zone. But a big play from this offense. Now we're going to see if this defense can just hold them to 3.
Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. We'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Here comes the point after attempt. DHC up and good. They get a little bit closer. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got his man open downfield.
The first down pass complete to the tight end. Gain of 40. That's a first down for the offense.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. And the Tigers will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
Brings up second down.
The offense will take their first time out. Strategy here.
Timeout, Clemson.
Getting set. Here's second down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Pickup of 12. First and goal, Clemson. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Clemson 24, Oregon 14.
The Tigers line it up with first and goal. The D coordinator showing heavy blitz pre-snap. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
And the defense is doing everything they can to try to rip that ball out. They've got to get the football back to their own offense to have any chance, obviously, of winning this game.
Second down and goal. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. That's another passing strike from his quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up the coverage. Because right now, it is not working.
Oregon 14.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive.
We'll take over first and 10.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. First down. We're going to throw the football. Receiver makes the catch, but the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
Man, put a star next to that play. It's like the linebacker knew the ball was going to be going to this receiver, so it's the instincts and then it's the awareness and the athletic ability to be able to bring down a wide receiver for a loss like that.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Looking to throw it deep. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. tight end makes the grab. He's something, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. The Ducks looking to run some tempo here.
Man, that's got to be deflating for this defense. They had this offense right where they wanted, and then they come up with a fourth down conversion with that pass.
And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now. Quarterback keeps the football. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. And he fires this one to the right. Had all day to throw. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's fourth down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
That picks up a first down. Spotted at the 39.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on fourth down and one, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides. But they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. There's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Play action here on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off here. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive.
And the pressure gets home. It's a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
So it's 2nd and long at the 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Boy, it's 2nd down and forever. You know they're going to throw the ball. They want to throw the ball, but to the credit of the defense, there's just nothing open. How about this quarterback? Instead of throwing the ball away, he picks up some big yards. They get a real shot here now on 3rd down.
Going for a big play downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Tigers. And the beatdown continues.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
38, Oregon, 14.
Turn starts inside the 15. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. He's running out of time here. And that's incomplete, even on a 1st down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure. The Ducks come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Throws a rocket toward the right side. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, hit those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. With the catch, it's Jordan. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. They bring him down, but the freshman quarterback showing off the arm strength.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs.
And looking for a big play here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Oregon. Coach makes the decision to go for a two-point conversion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he's got it. So they convert the two-point conversion, get it back to a two-score game to keep their slim hopes alive. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. First down and 10 now. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
The pass rush closing in. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. And the Tigers hustle to the line to run the hurry up. On third down, he drops to throw. The pocket breaking down. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Incomplete, and that shot to the end zone.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Second down after the incompletion. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the fourth quarter.
Well, this head coach told us we prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if we didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things that they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one.